The Design-a-Thon is the culminating event of Unit 3 and a very exciting time for both the students and you as the teacher.
I love the teamwork here.
The ultimate goal of the Design-a-Thon is for students to demonstrate their prototypes to community stakeholders, receive real-time feedback, and iterate on their designs. It'll be the first time students see all the elements of the engineering design process come together.
It's going to go out about 2 inches out.
The best way to prepare for the Design-a-Thon is to show up with a plan. First, you'll need to find a community partner or stakeholder that can attend the Design-a-Thon event.
So the straps will get looser, but the wall will get closer to the concrete.
Have a date and time in mind when you reach out to your community partner, so it's easy to determine their availability. If they're not available, consider finding a different project or community partner. This is crucial for this to be a success. Here's one teacher's plan.
So we have 3 different student teams. The first one, I call them our fruit team. They're creating dog treats out of leftover fruits. Our second team is the wheelchair team. They're actually designed or on a wheelchair for Andy who has a disability. And then the third project which we have is our CHAS project, which stands for Car Heat Stroke Alarm System. And students created an alarm system for overheated cars when people or children and maybe get a heat stroke.
Once your community partner is in place, students will get to work on their prototypes. Prototypes can look vastly different and should be made from everyday items. Make sure teams are regularly checking in with their community partners to understand their needs and ensure their designs are meeting them.
So we went through a lot of ideas before coming up with the fan.
Let them start. And once they start doing it and they see what they created, then it's a lot easier to maybe do adjustments.
There are a few things to keep in mind as you plan the event, such as where and when will you host it? Who else can or should be invited? How much space and time will your students need to demonstrate their prototypes to community partners? How much time will you give teams to iterate on their designs? If your time for the Design-a-Thon is short, be sure that each team has an assigned stakeholder or engineer to provide them with feedback. You want to be sure that each team gets useful feedback quickly enough to be able to iterate. Remember that your university or community liaison may be helpful here for locating additional engineers to attend.
The way we envision to set up this first Design-a-Thon is make it like a Shark Tank theme, where we're going to have our jurors being the sharks and evaluating the projects.
A successful Design-a-Thon involves some detailed planning, engaged community partners, and rapid design iteration.
What can we look at right here and change what we have right in front of us?
Your task in the weeks leading up to the Design-a-Thon is to figure out how that works best for you and your students.